Okay folks, it is early in the morning, it's Saturday morning, and I wanted to do this before we open the shop and before anybody else got to test ride this bike that I have as a demo in our shop. So got up this morning early to do this because we really got something special here. You are looking at Pivot's top of the line shuttle, or near top of the line shuttle SL mountain bike that comes in at a whopping 37 pounds for an e-bike. And I got an e-bike story for you here. I'm gonna go take this for a ride. I am not any super experienced mountain biker. This is an average Joe review on my thoughts on the Pivot Shuttle SL. So let's look at it. So obviously the first thing that comes up is we're using really top of the line shock performance system. The whole thing is made of carbon fiber, even the handlebars. I mean, almost the whole thing. I don't think this stem here is carbon fiber, but we have a lot of carbon fiber parts. Now the battery inside the Pivot frame, the carbon fiber frame, and the Fazua 60 motor are about 9.5, 10 pounds. So if this is 37 pounds, that means we got really a 26 pound mountain bike. Look at that Fox X shock for e-mountain bike specifically. We got our dropper post. And then we're running rotor of course. And I had these matching pedals. Just love the color scheme. XTR wheel set. You know, I'm never really a fan of this metal color on the XTR, but it is what it is. You know, golfer disc rotors. Got the XTR mechanical on the back. And then taking a look here, I mean, it just sounds amazing. So I am kind of excited here to go on a ride with this thing and pretty much ruin my entire e-mountain biking experience for the rest of my life as I ride a bicycle like this. And we'll talk price point and some things too as we get going. Yeah, so let me get ready to go. Let's get out the door. So the course is we're gonna ride 7-8 miles out to the mountain biking park area and then 7-8 miles back and then do some miles in the park. This morning it's like 6:45 or 6:30 in the morning. First impressions here on the road, just going out to the course, the trail. My God, I'm on eco mode and this thing is powerful. I can't even hear the motor in eco mode. This is just quiet as quiet can be. And the other thing I noticed is just how easily this rides when you pedal. I mean, I have no movement really when I'm pedaling. You know, those shocks are not bouncing up and down. It's really nice. So unfortunately, this bike is probably gonna ruin me for all other e-mountain bikes. I mean, I can already tell. This is just a high grade piece of machinery. And it's an elite level offering. It has elite level parts and just absolutely feels amazing when you get on it, even on the tarmac here. Wow. I mean, so even just riding around, climbing a short hill, I mean, eco mode is really powerful. So I can imagine how much stronger the other modes are. I mean, I could literally be flying down the trail in eco mode if I wanted to. I mean, wow, this thing. And so it has a Fazua Ride 60, which I gotta learn right now. I'll have my Bosch certification here at the end of July. I know Bosch motors very well and love them to death, but let's talk about Fazua here for a second. So one of the problems, the only issue I have with Bosch motors is there's not like a Garmin app or anything. You're kind of stuck in their ecosystem. And with Shimano or the other apps, you can actually get a Garmin, you know, or the other motors, you can actually get an app to help you run your Garmin device, which is great. And I know that Fazua is a fairly newer company and they had some problems with the Ride 50, but it seems like those were fixed in the Ride 60. I mean, with any electric motor, electric battery, you're gonna have some issues here and there, especially when they release a new model. But you know, somebody like me at your local bike shop. Oh, deer. Can we see the deer? Please don't jump in front of me. There it is, down in the bushes. The deer didn't even hear my Fazua Ride 60. But you'll have issues. But if you're, you know, if you're a local bike shop like me, I'm working through those to learn as much as I can about the electric motors and the batteries and doing the maintenance for them. So yeah, and then plus with Pivot, you have a 10-year warranty on the bike, and then with Fazua, you have a 2-year warranty with the battery and the motor and stuff. So if it breaks, you just get it replaced for free. And if you buy it through your bike shop, they help you with it for free, most likely. This shuttle is just decimating this flat trail, the 7-8 miles to the park, like it's nothing. Like, this is the easiest ride, most comfortable ride I've ever done on a bike out here. Hello. So let's talk about price point real quick. So since this is a top of the line elite level bike, comes in roughly $13,000. Now, before I hear all the judgment out there about that price point, listen folks, I want bike companies to make really expensive bikes. Why? Because that technology and those things, you know, make their way down to the rest of the lower end bikes eventually. And you know, it's good, like car companies, it's good to see advanced technology. It doesn't mean you have to buy an e-bike for $13,000. I'm not saying that to anybody, like, hey, come to my store, buy a $13,000 e-mountain bike. Just everybody has different price points, right? For instance, my 32-year-old truck, I don't put much value in trucks, but so I drive an old beater. But some people do. Some people will spend $100,000 on their Ford truck and they find value in that. So, you know, I don't ever judge them on it. That's just what they choose, where they choose to spend their money. I mean, I know there's this whole statement about, you know, bike prices getting too expensive and things getting too high, but honestly, I've been a cyclist my whole life and bike prices have always been high. The lower end hasn't really come up much. In 2001, I bought a 1999 Specialized LA for $999, and you get that same Specialized LA for roughly $1,200 today, except now you get a carbon fiber fork and you get disc brakes and you got more gears. You actually get way more bike today than you did 25 years ago. The low and medium range prices haven't really changed in the last 15 years. A carbon fiber road bike is the same price as it was in 2012. So I don't understand this argument about bike prices have gotten too high. Yeah, the upper end has, but the technology has gotten crazy advanced. Like real benefit from the technology. So at least for some people, there's value in it. Other people, there's not. They could buy a $900 mountain bike and be perfectly happy. Again, this is just what you value. And even then, back in the day, when I bought a Specialized SL3 road bike, I loved it. But it doesn't mean I was hating on the people who bought an S-Works. And I was going around and saying, these bikes are too expensive. They're way too expensive. Look at that guy in his S-Works. Nah, man, if you can't afford it, or you don't find value at that price point, you don't find value at that price point. No need to go hating on other people. So anyways, let me turn the camera off and we're gonna get to the park, but I wanna really enjoy this ride because this is absolutely an amazing ride right now on the trail with this shuttle. All right, let me get my stuff out of my Grava backpack. And right here, just carry my water and stuff with me. It's so much easier to use this. And then I'm gonna mount this camera on my chest and just take it for a run up over there in the woods and see how it feels. But I already know, just riding on the flat trail, it's gonna be awesome. I mean, I can just feel it. And then I haven't, on 6-7 miles, I haven't even used one of my bars yet on my energy bars. So we're running at 60 Newton meters of torque on this Fazua Ride 60. I think it's a 425, 450 watt battery. So seems to be plenty strong and plenty of distance. So let's go give it a ride. just makes quick work out of these hills. The only thing I gotta watch out for is it's because the motor's so strong, it wants to lift the front tire off the ground. But wow, that is crazy strong. Motor's just powering through this stuff like it's nothing. Up to the highest level here. Okay, there I hear the motor. When the cadence is lower, you hear the motor at the highest gear. Really pumping out the torque. A little rusty on the gears here. Whew. So even with the motor, you know, I'm getting a workout here. So it doesn't mean it's not a workout. Just over these routes like they don't even exist. Tires grip amazing. Suspension's there to support. Just wild. Big shout out to Tifosi for not having fog sunglasses while I'm riding in this very humid morning. But you still get a workout on these e-mountain bikes. And this is just amazing. I mean, it really is an amazing bike. I'm ruined. Thanks, Pivot. The Shuttle SL just ruined me. A 37-pound e-bike. Rides just like a normal, it feels like a normal mountain bike. Like I can't tell it's a heavy e-bike. I don't have to push it around hardly at all. It just flows with the trail. So I'm an average Joe mountain biker, not, you know, super experienced mountain biker or anything, but yeah, I hope I got some good footage back there. I mean, I was blazing through the trail and I took the flow trail on the uphill portion first and just crushed it with this motor. And my legs aren't tired. My arms and hands are because I'm really out of shape right now, starting a bike shop. But yeah, that's my review of the Shuttle SL and all of its carbon fiber goodness and its trail magic. I found some trail magic this morning, so I got to work my way up to catching some air on this thing. But yeah, until I do my next video, I got more Pivot bikes I want to ride. I want to get out on the Switchblade. These are demos in the store, so if you are interested, it's gograva.com. You can see the bikes I have, and then you can come into the store, fill out the waiver, and if you are interested in buying one, this is not a rental fleet. It's hard to rent out a $13,000 e-bike, but if you are really interested in the e-bike scene and getting into it, I'd say go for it. Come by and try this out. But it may ruin you. It may ruin you before you ride it. I'm just going to warn you, it may ruin you for all other e-bikes. So until we talk again, see you later, everybody. I'm going to end up breaking something with this thing. I swear to God, it is so freaking fast. It's crazy.